This is Tank's Vlog for November 27th, 2018. We're ramping up today in sports and brought to you by Allow Me to Be Frank, the weekly podcast you can hear on SoundCloud and iTunes. This week we're taking a week off, but don't despair. We'll be back with new shows very soon. But what you can do is listen to many of our great shows that we've done in the past. We did 2 Thanksgiving shows, Star Wars shows, Tank's Tales, you name it, you listen, you'll enjoy it. Spread the word, help us grow, and give us some ideas of what we should do in the future. Please send those to @NJTank99 or @FrankTheTankPod on Twitter, or just email me, or whatever way you think is best to communicate your ideas how to make our show even greater for you. Monday Night Football, it was in Houston, where the former Houston Oilers, now known as the Tennessee Titans, played the Houston Texans. Texans came in red hot, 7 straight wins after starting the year 0-3. And just like their season, they got off to a sluggish start. It was Titans 10-0 early in the first quarter. But from there, it was all Houston. The Texans quickly gained the lead. Watson with his arm, Deshaun Watson with his arm, Deshaun Watson with his legs. And after the Titans got turned away with a nice goal line stance, it was Lamar Miller, 97 yards, boom, like a missile. And the Titans were sunk. Houston went on to win the game 34-17. Now stand 8-3, and the Titans. Can someone figure out the Titans for me? They blow apart the Cowboys. Cowboys haven't lost since. They smash and demolish the Patriots. Get back over 500, and now the last 2 weeks, lose to the Colts, lose to the Texans. Oh, well, I guess we can forget about the Titans for the rest of this season. Another team we could forget about right now is the Devils, who are just playing dreadful, awful, terrible hockey. Once again, they jump out to a 2-0 lead. Can't hold it. Can't hold it. Can't hold a lead. Can't hold anything. Take bad penalties. Can't kill penalties. Defense is terrible. Keith Kincaid facing lots of rubber all game long. Get to overtime. They're tentative in overtime. They have not won a single game in overtime this year yet. They've 0-4 in overtime. 9-10-4 overall on the season. I mean, they get the lead and then they blow the lead. I mean, that's just been the pattern lately. It's just been terrible, not good hockey. They got to wake up, otherwise this year is going to be a lost season very quickly. They did not address any needs in the offseason. They tried to stand on their laurels, and that's turned into a huge mistake. They got to get better on defense. I mean, the young players are going to get better eventually. They're young. Hall's not playing like he did last year, but Kyle Palmieri's been terrific. He's been better than you can expect it. Taylor Hall has not been bad, mind you. But right now, it's just their defense is terrible. And they just can't finish plays. They get to overtime, and it's forget about it. Rangers doubled up the Senators 4-2. It was the Maple Leafs 4-2 winners over the Bruins. The Capitals took down the Islanders 4-1, and now the defending champions have won 6 straight, looking like they're getting their season kick-started. It was the Blue Jackets 7-5 over the Red Wings. In the NBA, The Hornets stung the Bucks 110-107. It was the Timberwolves 102-95 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. In the most exciting game of the day, James Harden had 54 points, but it was not enough as the Rockets fell to the Wizards in overtime 135-131. It was the Spurs 108-107 over the Bulls. Celtics avoid falling below 500. Kyrie Irving with a double-double as they beat the New Orleans Pelicans 124-107 in a matchup of disappointing 10-10 teams. It was the Pacers 121-88 over the Jazz. And the Warriors came out to play, beating the Magic 116-110. Today's three stars were Deshaun Watson, who passed for 210 yards with 2 touchdowns and had a 70 yards on the ground with another touchdown as well. James Harden had 54 points for the Rockets with 8 rebounds and 13 assists in a losing effort. And Kevin Durant had 47 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists to lead the Warriors over the Orlando Tragic. Today's birthday shout-out goes to now former manager Mike Scioscia, who turned 60. Scioscia had managed the Angels for nearly 20 years. Just stepping down at the end of last season. Will he get another job? Remains to be seen, but he did take the Angels to the 2002 World Series. That was a long time ago, and he skated on that for a very long time. I mean, 60 years old is a little older these days. He doesn't seem to be one of these sabermetricians. But I certainly think he would deserve another chance somewhere down the line. And we take a look back to 1966, when the Washington Redskins obliterated the New York Giants 72-41. The 72 points is the most points scored by an individual team in the regular season. The 113 points combined is the most ever. What strikes me in this game is that the Redskins called timeout with 7 seconds left and let Charlie Gogolak kick a field goal to rub it in even further. I mean, that was embarrassing, humiliating. If that happened today, Twitter would explode, heads would explode. There would probably be fights everywhere. And what would be funny is if the kickers fought, because the Giants actually had Pete Gogolak at the time, Charlie's brother, the kicking Gogolaks, who were very influential in NFL history because it was the Giants taking a strike back for the NFL when they took Pete Gogolak off the Buffalo Bills roster. That was almost like the last spark needed to get the merger done. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports. Boy, I tell you, that game, thinking about that game, the Giants must have heard the hail of the Redskins so many times, they must have been hearing in their sleep for the next few weeks. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And of course, listen to many of the great episodes of Allow Me to Be Frank on SoundCloud and iTunes, and drop us a note. What do you want to see on Allow Me to Be Frank? Listen, enjoy, give us some pointers, help us out. We want to make things, we want to be there for you. Good day.